Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. It's Ijama here, and in today's tutorial we are going to learn how to make this particular dress with a scallop neckline, scallop waistline. Everything about this dress is almost scallop except the half length. Now if you pay a close attention to that dress, it has a low waistline, so have it in mind that this dress has a low waistline, and you will need a total of 6 yards depending on how full you want your gathers to be. The combination may take up to 2.5 yards, then the rest of the dress will take the rest of the fabric. Now I marked my chest line, my bust points, my under bust, my half length and full length. Now my half length and then basque waistline. When I say full length, I mean the basque. That particular dress has a basque waistline. So now I'm trying to divide my paper into two so that I'll be able to get my front and my back bodies at once. So I am ruling the lines. This is the chest line, this is the bust point, this is the chest line again. I want to extend the chest line to the back. Of course, chest line will extend to the back, but then there is no bust points and under bust at the back. The only thing you are extending to the back is your chest line. Then for the half length, the half length of my front is different from the half length of my back. My front half length is 17, my back half length is going to be 15 inches. This is my normal half length. Now this dress has a low waist, so you are still going to come down by, let's say, 2 inches to get from your normal half length to get your low waist or your low half length. Now I will go ahead and mark my back half length. This one is 15 inches, and then I'll add extra 5 inches for the basque. So this is the reason why the front and the back do not have the same line all through, because of difference between the front and back half length. So this is the chest line for front and back, bust point, under bust, half length, and then basque. This is the basque waistline. This one is the basque waistline of the back, and this is the half length of the back. Now, in order not to confuse our beginners, I will cut off that back paper. When we are done, we'll come back to it. So first of all, get your shoulder measurement. Divide your shoulder by 2, then extend it down to the chest line. After that, you mark your shoulder arm to your armhole. You get your armhole. All right, this is going to be an off shoulder dress, but we need this armhole line to get an accurate off shoulder measurement. Okay, it is going to be an off shoulder dress, but first of all, get your shoulder measurement. So now let me divide this paper into 2 to avoid confusion. Now we are done dividing the front and the back. Let's focus on the front only. We have gotten bust points, under bust, half length, basque. So now let's get the midpoint of the armhole, and it is 4 inches. So this scallop neckline that I'm going to mark will start from this chest line. You will start, let's say, 1.5 inch above the chest line. Make your first curve. So you can see that I am looking at the neckline while tracing this out. So make your first curve, make your second curve, and as you are marking this scallop, you are coming up. As you are approaching the armhole side, you are coming up. So this is an off shoulder dress, and at the same time it is not too off. It will end at the midline of your armhole. This is the reason why I got the midline of my armhole. I hope you understand now. So it is more like a V neckline with a scallop design. So get your shoulder, mark your armhole, find the midpoints of your armhole, like the midpoints between your shoulder and your chest line. My own is 4. So now you go ahead and trace out your scallop. This is on paper, and it is good to mark on paper so that if you have any adjustment to make, it will be very easy for you. So now I'm going to recurve my armhole. So this is the armhole that I am going to cut out, my new armhole. I've gotten my neckline. So now take your bust divided by 4. At your half length, take your waistline divided by 4. Then go ahead and connect. This particular dress was made with a side dart only. So from the half length also, I connected to my basque waistline. So at my bust point, I found my nipple to nipple, that is 4. From the bust point line, I came down by 2 inches at the side. That is the difference between my bust and my front and my back half length is 2 inches. My front half length is 17, back is 15. That is the reason why I used 2 inches for my side dart. If your own difference is 1.5, you use 1.5 for your side dart. And that side dart connection will not reach your bust point exactly. You come in wet, you will come out by like 1 inch before connecting. Now, from the under bust, you mark out the scallop, the place that will have the skin net cut, and this is what I'm doing right now. It has about 3 scallop designs there. From the under bust, I came down by like 1 inch and I started marking my scallop. Then from the half length also, we are going to mark out the place that will have skin net. So this particular skin net, you need to be very careful so that you don't have a wide skin net, so that you don't end up with an open tummy. So I'm trying to make my own skin net small, but if you want your own to be very revealing, you can come down, you can make it below half length, below the actual half length. Now after this, I am still going to take down my half length. I told you guys that this dress has a low waist, so from my actual half length I'll come down by 2 inches, and this is the new half length of this particular dress. So from the normal half length, I'll mark a straight line down and then reconnect the basque, because this dress has a low waistline. So from your actual half length, you will come down by 2 inches. So now I am shading this particular part so that I'll have it in mind that this is where I will cut out on my skin net, though I'll make use of a corset mesh so that it will be very strong. Okay, skin net mates here, but this corset mesh will be very, very strong. Now this is my side dart, also shade it so you don't forget. Now I will start cutting out. First of all, cut out the pattern and cut out your front scallop. One thing I like about marking this thing on paper is that it will give you the opportunity to adjust if there is any need to adjust. It will give you like a first view of what you are going to cut, especially for this scallop. I don't like marking my scallop directly to fabric. In case I have any mistake, I can easily correct it. Now I'll go ahead and cut out the skin net part. This is the part that I will cut out on my skin net. So that one, the plain one, is for the top, then this one is for the skin net, and then the lower one is for the one that will be close to the waistline. So have it in mind that this half length is shorter than normal. So when I'm sewing, I'll pick my side darts like this. You will have to sew your side darts, okay, so that the half length of the front and the back will balance. Now we are done with that. The next thing that we are going to do is to draft our back. We have already marked our chest line, half length, basque waistline for the back. All right, so I am going to mark out zip allowance. First of all, mark out, let's say 1.5 or 2 inches for your zipper allowance, and after that you mark your shoulder. In as much as this dress does not have a shoulder, you still need to mark your shoulder. Then from your shoulder, mark a straight line to your chest line and find the midpoint of that chest line. So the midpoint of this chest line is 4 inches. All right, and I'll go ahead and mark my armhole curve. The reason why I mark this 4 inches is that so that if I am curving my scallop neckline, I will know where it will stop at. So at the half length, come in by 1 inch, come in by 1 inch. At the half length, come in by 1 inch. Okay, then go ahead and mark out that first scallop. If you look at that red part, you will mimic the scallop and mark. So first of all, I want to take my body measurements before I start marking this scallop. Then from the half length also, I came down by 2 inches because, like I said, this dress has a low waistline, low half length. So from your actual half length, come down by 2 inches before you connect to your basque. I hope it's making sense. Now from my half length, I will make this first curve to mimic the red part. Okay, this is for the red parts. After doing that, I will also go ahead, like from this first scallop, I'll come in by 1 inch or 1.5, and this is where the neckline will start from. So you make your first scallop. So when you are doing this, make sure that everything is aligning. So I'm trying to check with my ruler, then I'll go ahead and continue my scallop. And this is for the back. I have gotten the scallop for the back. This is like that pink part, the top, and then the down part is for the red part. So you will mark your scallop and then go ahead and cut out. All right. So now this is me cutting out. After this, the next thing we are going to do is to transfer everything on our fabric. And for me, I am making use of my fabric as my lining. So almost every part of this dress has a lining. So if you are cutting it out, your fabric should be your lining too. It should be your main fabric, it should be your lining, so that it will not stress you out when you are turning it. So now I will start cutting. So the next thing that I also do is to cut out my sleeve. The sleeve is easy. It is a puffy sleeve, so you go ahead and cut out your sleeve according to how big you want it. But for me, I am managing this particular fabric because I used it for tutorial only. Like, if you can notice that it has depth, it is just for tutorial. But if you are making it proper on a proper day, you should buy up to 6 years, because this dress is a long dress. So now I'll start cutting out, and I'll keep adding 1/2 inch allowance around all my scallop, and on the side I'll add 1 inch.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again.
So now I'll go ahead and cut out the sleeve. This is the fabric that I will use. I will fold it and then cut out the sleeve. I'm managing this, so the puffy sleeve that I will cut will not be really wide. This fabric is just like 20 inches wide, and for the length it is not that big, but normally your length should be up to 20 inches also before you mark this armhole curve that I am cutting out right now. Your normal length should be like 20 inches, then the width should be up to 30 inches, so that when you gather it, it will be very, very full. So we are done with the sleeve. We'll go ahead and cut out the skin net part and the part that we are also going to use for the gathers for the down part.
Tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. best we ever had. And we'll stay young forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shot from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
So now we are done cutting out, and this is where we will stop at. In our next tutorial, we are going to do some stitching, and have it in mind that this is an illustration.